What's up guys, Anders here with another Black Desert video. Today we're going to go over the Global Labs update and the console update for this week. But before we do that, I want to thank the supporters of this channel. You guys help keep these videos going, so thank you so much for the support. If you want to help, you can do so by subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, liking or disliking this video, and hitting that bell icon. Bell is good, so please ding the bell to get notified when I upload my next video. I want to also thank the good folks over at BenQ who are nice enough to sponsor us this video. They sent over their BenQ screen bar for me to check out. Their BenQ screen bar is simply a monitor light that attaches itself to the top of your monitor and acts as a desk lamp. So instead of having a, say, traditional desk lamp cluttering your desk, you can use the screen bar to save space and not get light glare that you usually get from normal lamps. You can tell my desk isn't very large, so I don't have a lot of room for a desk lamp. So most of the time, if I'm working at night, I'm kind of just relying on the monitor brightness and the lit keyboard to keep going, which is not very good for your eyes. Now with COVID, a lot of people are working from home now, so we have to sort of think about these kind of things too. So if you game long hours or you work at home, investing in something like this BenQ screen bar may help with things like eye strain and partner anger. Now partner anger is a very real thing. It's when your significant other starts hating you because you have the light on in the middle of the night as you work. So with this BenQ screen bar, light isn't going to go all over the place. It's focusing on your desk and is not disturbing others around you. This BenQ screen bar could potentially save your marriage. So if you're working or gaming in darkness, I think it's time to see the light and check out this BenQ screen bar. I'll have the Amazon link in the description if you guys wish to check it out. And a huge thanks to BenQ again for helping us in this video. As for the Global Labs update, we have Bloodstained Nuver being introduced. He is the next world boss to get an update. Much like Nightmare Kazarka, Bloodstained Nuver has a chance to spawn twice a week or so and will be a stronger version of the normal Nuver. Bloodstained Nuver has a chance to drop Nuver boxes up to Tet, so you can get Tet Nuvers from this boss. I'm liking that they're going through the world bosses and giving them a revamp, so hopefully we can continue to see this concept expanded to Karanda, Offen, and Kudum. They have also added a sort of safe zone to world boss summons, so the area around the boss is a no PvP zone, but that means everywhere else is PvP allowed. So no longer are we waiting for world boss spawns to die before we can continue a duel or fight for a spot or do any sort of open world PvP. This is a huge change. They also revamped the tagging system that was updated on test server this week. I made a video all about the new mechanic. I have a link to the video in the description of this video and on the pinned comment as well. There are still some bugs with the system, so I think that we're gonna see another week of it getting polished on Global Labs before seeing it on live global regions in maybe 3 to 4 weeks. So hopefully that's all set. We don't have to wait too long to see that. Once we know, I'll make another update video for the system answering the many questions I've received on that revamped tagging system. Now Black Spirit Adventure is also getting a revamp. This is what it looks like now. I like it. You can also throw 2 dice instead of 1. There are now limited rolls for you to complete the path and receive the path complete reward. There's new hidden paths, a new reward mechanic that gives you a reason to go for path completions. I personally like that they took the Adventure dice game and made it into a more improved version rather than having that Adventure 2 we had a while back. Let's hope that the rewards are good in this one, though I still see those pesky movement, gathering, and fishing level buffs on the board still, so that's still there. The major update this week on Global Labs has to be the addition of bond skills. There's sort of like absolute awakening skills. Only awakening classes have this, so every class but Shy gets this. You now have the option to enhance one of the 6 skills, or for Wizard and Witches 4 skills, with usually they have a CC modifier on top of it, or protection like super armor. So to clarify, this is basically an absolute skill you can get for 50 SP, and you can only choose one. They will enhance the chosen skill with the effect it gives. So I'm going to go over every single class and what it offers. So for Warrior, the choices are SA on Solar Flare, Frontal Guard on Merciless, Bound on Good Smash Attacks on Grave Digging, Frontal Guard on Balanced Strike, Frontal Guard on Frenzied Strikes, or KD on Good Last Hit on Pulverize. Now for Ranger, you have Frontal on Cold Blade, Knockback on Wailing Wind, KD on Elven Rage, Stiffness on Breezy Blade, SA on Waltz of Wind, or a Stun on Nature's Tremble. For Sork, you have a Frontal on Dead Hunt, SA on Grim Reaper, Stiffness on Guardian's Nightmare, Frontal on Violation, SA on Turnback Slash, or SA on Blade of Darkness. For Berserker, you have Frontal on Blasting, Stun on Devastation, Frontal on Titan Blow, Frontal on Flamebuster, SA on Ground Lifting, or a Stiffness on Good Hits, Bound on Extra Hits, Floating on Good Giant Leap Retreat, and Stiffness while maintaining Retreat on the skill Giant Leap. Berserker also has some class changes, with Flamebuster now dealing more damage in PvP, now fires immediately after 1 blasting hit and 2 Buster training hits. Frontal remains even when Ancient Power is charging is over, and for Succession Final Strike, hits have increased, Undertaker activation is faster, and DP reduction effect of Raging Thunder has increased from 5 to 15, and Claw Scar range is now the same as Fierce Strike. For Tamer, they get Frontal on Beast Rampage, SA on Legendary Beast Dance, Floating on All Round Spinner, Frontal on Garuda, Stiffness on Moonlight Strike, or SA on Echo Pierce. For Musa, Frontal on Spinner, Stiffness on the Good Second Spin for Crosscut, Frontal on Crust Crusher, SA on Fiery Crevice, SA on Projection, or a Bound on Below the Belt. For Mewa, Frontal on Tenacious Edge, SA on Sticky Snowflake, Stun on Good One Hit on Moonrise, Bound on Petal Drill, KD on Frost Pillars, or KD on Petal Bloom. They also receive some PvP damage increases to Moonrise, Petal Drill, Frost Pillars, and Petal Bloom, as well as Tip of the Iceberg and Cloud Stab. For Valkyrie, Frontal on Sacrum Ferret, SA on Castigadio, Floating on Verdict Lancia, Stun on Purification, KD on Hostilidium, or Bound on Sanctitas de Enzlar. For Kunoichi, Frontal on Saspri of Sonin, Stiffness on Half Moon Slash, Stiffness on Lethal Spin Spree, Frontal on Lunar Dash, SA on Delighted Blast, or Frontal on Wheel of Wrath. They have also increased PvP damage on Chakram Rise, Indignation, Wrath, Wheel of Wrath, and Half Moon Slash. For Ninja, Frontal on Corrupt Sword Dance, Frontal on Sudden Decapitation, Frontal on Katana Shower, SA on Murderous Intent, Frontal on Serpent Ascension, and SA on Drastic Measure. For Wizard, Stiffness on Aqua Jail, Bound on Bolide, Frontal on Water Sphere, or Frontal on Chilling Wave. They have also increased PvP damage on Aqua Jail, Hellfire, Cataclysm, and Bolide. For Witch, Stiffness on Equilibrium Break, Frontal on Fissure Wave, Frontal on Detonative Flow, or a Stun on Thunderstorm are your choices. Dark Knight gets Frontal on Touch of Exploitation, Frontal on Spirit Blaze, SA on Seed of Catastrophe, Stiffness on Spirit Hunt, Stiffness on Shattering Darkness, or a Stun on Spirit Legacy. PvP damage has also been increased for Spirit Blaze, Spirit Legacy, Spirit Hunt, Twilight Dash, Cluster of Despair, Seed of Catastrophe, Shattering Darkness, and Bombardment. A lot of PvP damage increase for Dark Knight Awakening. Now Striker, Frontal on Ultimate Crush, SA on Infernal Destruction, KD on Skull Crusher, SA on Spiral Cannon, Frontal on Endless Explosion, or Stun on Rampaging Predator. They also have Tornado Kick no longer activating after Skull Crusher, and Skull Crusher doing more damage in PvP. In Succession, Striker, Rage Hammer deals more damage in PvP, and Bombardment, Final Blow, Ankle Hook, Martial Diva, and Wolf Hunger now deal 1 added hit. For Mystic, Frontal on Tidal Burst, Frontal on Rapid Stream, Floating on Rising Dragon, SA on Spiral Tornado, Bound on Sea Burial, or Frontal on Wave Orb is what they have as choices. For Lan, Frontal on Earthly Pain, SA on Taunting Death, Frontal on Furor, SA on Flailing Blades, Frontal on Deadly Dance, or KD on Tailspin. PvP damage has also increased for Furor, Deadly Dance, Mangler, Bleeding Hearts, Tailspin, and Vice. For Archer, Bound on Radiant Explosion, Bound on Spear of Sylvia, Frontal on Luthragon's Call, SA on Uproot, Frontal on Full Bloom, or SA on Piercing Light. For Guardian, Frontal on Glorious Advance, Frontal on Scornful Slash, Floating on Cleansing Flame, Bound on Searing Fang, KD on Dragon's Maw, or Bound on God Incinerator. For Hash, you have the Frontal on Inquisition, SA on Sin Splitter, Bound on Ensnaring Sand, SA on Dune Slash, Frontal on Collapse, KD on Serpent's Coil, He also gets BSR skills as well, so you have Crown Kick for the 10%, Dune Slash for 25%, and Collapse for 50% BSR. Hash also gets Rabam, so the first one can be Sand Cutting or Blade of Revelation. Sand Cutting is a float air smash with a 9% evasion debuff. Blade of Revelation is an SA with DP buff of 20. His second Rabam is Apostolic Attack or Owl's Trap, so Apostolic Attack is the frontal on use, SA on attack with KD and PvE, and Owl's Trap is a frontal with stun on good counter attacks. A quick note, if I say frontal, it's frontal guard or forward guard on use, which is different than frontal guard or forward guard before attack, so the addition of that on a skill would make it fully protected, not just partially. Now, apart from the Class Awakening Absolutes or the Bond skills, we have more information on the Tier 10 Dreamy Ardonaut. It will be going live in Korea next week, so a good chance we get this soon on global regions. They have changed the way the method for breeding works, so your breeding rate for T10 will be fixed. So if you attempt and fail, you do not then have a higher chance to succeed. The material you need is called Incense to Call Dreams, which is an item you need to craft from other materials such as Old Moon Incense Burner, Dream of Dreams, and Dream Feather. Some of these raw materials can be obtained through Imperial Training Seals and through weekly quests, and once you do succeed in getting that T10, you will have one of two skins for Ardonaut, a black body with red wings look and a glowing light blue skin. The chances to obtain new skills for T10 are 100% now, and that's for the new skills, so the new skills will always be guaranteed. If you leveled the tier 10 to 30 and you see it came out to be a potato horse with terrible stats, you can buy the cash shop reset to get it back to level 1 and try again, and you will still maintain the core birth skills, so you don't lose the new T10 skills whatever you do. The value of the tier 10 is higher than a male and female tier 9 combined, so it's going to be valued at more than 22 billion silver. The catch is that it's not possible to register tier 10 horses in the market at this time. Maybe eventually they'll allow them to be registered, but they seem to want to keep this as an end game goal for training life skillers and not something you can just buy with silver. Personally, I like that they did it this way, but my only question right now is what the skills actually do, the new ones. You have a powerful leap skill, emergency skill, and wings of swiftness. We have vague descriptions of what they do, but we don't have tier 10s on test servers to check them out. Again, probably wanting to keep it rare, so if you manage to see one on live servers or on Twitter because someone finally got it in Korea, it remains special instead of just, logging into a test server and taking screenshots of a tier 10 and pretending like, I got a tier 10. And there's actual people like this. So I kind of get why, but again, it just makes it difficult for us to know if it's worth going for it, if the skills are just kind of vague descriptions of what they do. We don't see them in action. They also added a seasoned RBF channel, so you can go in there and experience RBF with your seasoned characters if you wish. Guilds now have 2 new ranks they can promote members to. The Aid rank, which is kind of like how Officer works right now, and an Artillery rank, which is more node-word focused. Officer, as it is now, will lose some powers, but will maintain the core guild mission activation function and renewing contracts function. The ranks, unfortunately, don't have new emblems yet, so hopefully they add that so you can distinguish them more easily. And finally, Afaru, which is the random elite that spawns and drops loot for you in Valencia, will now show up in Odalita, Camisylvia, and Dragon. Now, as for my console people, you guys have received the RBF change that puts RBF into the Marnie servers. This allows for congested and populated matches in RBF, but for me personally, ever since they added that DR change in RBF, I've seen a lot less people going there regularly. Console also received the 1v1 arena in Battle Arena. Now we have this King of the Hill mode there. The mode itself is good. It's just keep in mind that Battle Arena now has separate servers, so they're congested to around 10 instead of however many you had before. This means less Battle Arena servers, so more people in your Battle Arena. It's just going to be completely congested, not enough room to really do larger fights. PS4 received a performance update to help with their memory utilization, and Crow's Nest has updated to give more seals than before. This is a huge deal if you're trying to get the combat and skill XP transfer coupon from the final reward. Imperial Auction has also arrived for you guys, and that's something we had on PC. We actually haven't seen Imperial Auction come back for maybe like a year. So you now have the option to bid on normal Ardonaut and a Nightmare Ardonaut, the Black Pegasus. If you like horses, I recommend you do everything in your power to get silver and bid as high as you can. I believe Nightmare Ardonaut was only ever sold in Imperial Auction once and never again. So if you do manage to nab it, it will be definitely something rare for a very long time. Altar of Blood now has better rewards for completing it, though I noticed that last one is 80 memory fragments instead of Caphras since you guys don't have Caphras yet. So what you really want is the 9th one for the 100 stack. I've completed the Altar of Blood completely, and let me tell you, it was fun, but probably one of the hardest things in the game if you're going in blind. Field bosses now drop fail stacks, and belongings of adventurers now drop from world bosses in console. Belongings is a drop that can give you accessories up to Tet if you get lucky. Weapon swap coupons can now also be used as soon as new classes release. And gatekeepers in Valencia have been revamped, though the change on PC was still not enough to make them popular or worth doing, so keep that in mind. The free Asula auto quests were added for Medaya, so these are good to help you as you start the game. You now have the 7-day cash up outfit reward for finishing Valencia Part 1 questline. That's basically a free outfit they give you for 7 days. A bunch of classes receive buffs, most notably Sork and Musa. They will all be getting even more buffs in Awakening very, very soon, as I believe the changes you got today, we got on PC like 3 to 4 weeks ago. That means by the time that you get Succession, I honestly think very few classes will want to switch from Awakening to Succession, as the Awakening kit is getting so much damage increase in both PvE and PvP lately. And that's pretty much it for the global update and console update, guys. Let me know what you think about the new bond skills for the Absolute Awakening skills. Do you think it will have a positive or negative effect in PvP? Let me know in the comments. And as always, guys, thanks again for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.